Hey Dave. Well, I gotta get that remark. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Call to Cinema. And tonight we got a couple things to talk about. I hadn't planned to do a video tonight. I just got off from talking with my son Wes. We talked for about 2 hours, so that was kind of cool. Always glad when I get to speak to my kiddies. All right, so couple big things. Okay, Eureka is having a sale right now. It's going on until the 10th. So that is, what's today? The 5th. So you got 5 days to get on the Eureka sale. So they have a sale going on right now. I'm going to go through my Eureka collection. I'm going to talk about that. But before that, there's a couple big announcements that came out recently. Hey, Cinema Tech, welcome. One is pretty simple. Blue Underground announced that they're doing a 4K edition of Maniac. Fantastic. I'm glad there's a 4K edition of Maniac coming out there. However, I just paid $50 for Maniac. Hey, Greg. Last year, and that was quite a pricey thing for me to get. Hey, William. So I'm not quite sure if I can justify. I don't think I can justify actually. When I got a Blu-ray 4K scan. Well, obviously not 4K, but it's a 4K scan of Maniac already. To go and actually get a UHD version of Maniac or the UHD of Zombie that's coming out. Is anybody getting that? Hey, JR. Is anybody grabbing either Maniac or are they grabbing the other one that's coming? You got to do something really quick. If you haven't pissed off Blue Underground. Troy, why would you piss off Blue Underground? It's not like they're going to take it personally, I hope. You kind of hope not. Then you're smart, Greg. But see, I can't, like some people say, well, I can sell off my Blu-ray editions. My Blu-ray editions got lenticular covers and the soundtrack. So I kind of can't do that. I kind of can't justify going out and grabbing the other release. The other big announcement, and this is one I can justify, is this right here. This is Forgotten Jelly, and it's put out by Vinegar Syndrome. It has 3 films, and when they say Forgotten, that's pretty good. I heard that you got free shipping. I have to look into it though. And I don't think I've seen any of these. Like, to be bluntly honest with you guys. So The Killer is one of 13. So I don't know anything about that one, but I'm going to guess that's may have like something similar to And Then There Was None, you know, Whole 10 Little Indians, that kind of thing. That's what I kind of see with that one there. Then there's Trauma, which is not the trauma that I was thinking of. So that's even better. Hey, Don, welcome. Yeah, the second bundle is actually getting low now too, hey? And the third one is that weird title, The Police Are Blundering in the Dark, which, yeah, it's pretty true for almost every Giallo, but it's going to be interesting to see that. So it looks utterly gorgeous. The box set, I would suggest Googling it because you're not going to see a good picture here, unfortunately. But Greg, here's the thing. On the internet, you get people that'll see this and they're not excited about anything. You know the people I'm talking about. They're the same people that didn't like the Doctor Who finale. They're very unexcited when it comes to things. Oh, because no matter what you give them, they're going to want something else. I have been guilty of that in the past, so I'm not just ragging on other people here. So, no, that is not me. Gotta get I missed. Check. Ooh, that is different. All right, so I missed to let your comments there going by. I do apologize for that, by the way, guys. Hey, Chris. Welcome, dude. You got some cool stuff, by the way. I saw that on your Instagram today. Yeah, that Forgotten jelly set looks incredible. Give the refresh, but make sure you come back. All right, let's see what we got here. Don is getting the Al Adamson set. I recommend it. I had to grab, well, I was lucky enough that my better half decided to grab me the big bundle. I'm super stoked about that. The Here news about 007, No Time to Die, getting pushed back to November. I did actually, but because of the coronavirus. That's the same reason that E3 might get canceled this year, actually. And as a gamer, I don't talk about gaming on it very much, but as a gamer too, yeah. Just ordered the Gamma set and Halloween Hammer Volume 5. I got the Hammer Volume 5 set ordered. I'm going to wait till later to order the Gamma set. Hopefully it'll still be in print. It's, it's not coming out till July, so I feel pretty good about that. The least complaining of all the boutique labels of the Vinegar Syndrome Facebook. But that's good. Hopefully you don't have to vet people when it comes to that type of stuff. Check your last, it's a beware message. Oh shoot, bootleg. I've got bootleg sets along the way. It always happens, unfortunately. But as long as you can watch them, they're still good. I got a bootleg set when it wasn't. It was supposed to be like the regular, like the real, like Dark Shadow set. Like we spent a bit of money on it, and I was really very disappointed to find out that it was a fake. Then I watched it, and it was identical. Like build quality on the coffin wasn't quite as good, but I have a feeling that whoever did the bootleg set for my Dark Shadow set that I got were probably the same people that made the actual set. Well, I understand. I mean, like it's a big area. It's why people don't want to travel right now. I don't want to get too much into virusy type things. I hate virus movies too, by the way. But reality, it's like the thing. Yeah, that's the sad part when you get like. But sometimes I find that much like ever get like get an item like that's a kind of a bootleg item. It could be electronics, it could be a purse or shirt, and the only difference is that it was probably made at the same place where the actual ones were made, and they just like disappeared. I've had that happen, and then you're like, damn, I just lucked into some good quality shit. Oops, sorry, I mean good quality stuff. Totally by accident. I spilled my tea. We're gonna get into vinegar. We're gonna get into some Eureka collection here. The Eureka sales. Anybody getting anything from the Eureka sale? There's so many sales going on right now. You don't know what to do. Yeah, I had to go onto a website to find out if my my Dark Shadow set was real. It was that good. And at the time, I still had the option to kind of like send it back, but no, the quality was that good that I kept it. Some food stuff? I think you mean, oh yeah. Autocorrect, right? Autocorrect. Some good stuff there. Yeah, there's some good stuff there. I got a small Eureka collection. I'll go through that really quickly. And then we'll talk about some other stuff again. So, it's kind of collection-y time. So I only have one DVD that's Eureka. All my Eureka stuff is mostly Blu-ray. One thing you're going to notice about Eureka, if you've never like ordered from them before, if you never got any stuff from them before, is they have a very, very colorful label. They're very similar to BFI. If you've ever had any British stuff from the British Film Institute, BFI. Very similar in the way that it's done. I'll explain that. I find that their covers are like are way better than like a lot of the covers you'll see on like some other companies. And I'm not sure if Cubic Lover's here yet or not, but on Criterion sometimes. But anyway, they got some great stuff. So this is the only DVD I got. This is The Prisoner of Shark Island. This is a John Ford one. Are these slow to ship to North America? See, I got all mine from eBay, Warlock, like all my Eureka stuff. So I don't have any that except for one. I want one I bought in London, but I've never ordered directly from their site, so I'm not quite sure what their shipping is like. Do I have any BFI monograph? I wish. I don't have any of the books at all. I don't have any Scream. Oh, what's it called? Not Scream Factory. Arrow video books. I did watch the. I watched the Into the Darkness documentary. This one is number, yeah, good. Going 22. Good eye. Worldwide shipping. I love that. So, and just to let you know, there are, like, all my Eureka stuff's in Morocco right now, but there are booklets, and there's like, there's like this one here, for instance, has. So if this is a different time, we had money, my better half would definitely be ordering from the Eureka sale, because she's a huge fan of the company. Booklets are really good with Eureka. We sat down and watched the whole thing in one sitting, Carlita. I think these are going to be, these are probably not going to be in order, so I do apologize. I'll try as best I can to do these in numerical order. But they fell down, so. So first off is a documentary. I think this was also put out by Criterion as well. But this has a sexier cover, so I had to get this one. And like I said, I'm a big fan of documentaries. And you have Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. Well, that movie's not like actually put out there. I have it, but it's I have it through nefarious purposes because it's never been put out like actual. So this is. Oh, Dave, that Al Adamson said it's going to be amazing. But if you want to hear bad stuff about the set, go to Blu-ray.com and listen to a lot of people whine, because that's what happens over there. Yeah, for all my hey, you're here. I was hoping the Criterion thing would get like a comment. But look how sexy this cover is. Come on, Brian. Look at the sexy cover. And also good is, okay, this is a 2-disc set. So the Blu-ray is in Morocco. The DVD is still here. That was an accident, by the way. I didn't do that on purpose. Probably better watch it. So it has a cool booklet here as well. Well, of course, it's Eureka is like is from the UK. So often their stuff is, well, would be region locked, right? Well, Mug, there's a group of people over on the forum. Hey, Joe, welcome, dude. Do I have any of my favorite horror movie soundtracks on vinyl? I don't yet. Actually, I got to get some. Like my record player is broken down. So once I get a new record player, I'm going to start collecting vinyl again. That's a great question, by the way. And I'll do like a vinyl video in the future, especially when I get some stuff. I do have, well, my oldest made my heart proud when she bought Phantom of the Paradise on vinyl. My kids are probably more into that stuff than me. They'll definitely get a lot of that stuff. They'll have cooler stuff than I have. Like this one here, for instance, is this one region locked? Yeah. So these are pretty much region locked. So just know that for the Eureka sale. And it's good that somebody mentioned that, actually, because it's good to know, like, if you're not a region-free person yet, these things might make you go region-free. So next up is another really cool document, one that I really liked, and because I really like this type of music too, so that definitely didn't hurt. And that is Soul Power. I don't have the remake. I got the original. I remember watching the remake of The Love Bug, though. This is a cool one. Like, there's great musical acts on this one here, because it's a concert too, right? So there's James Brown and the JBs, B.B. King, the Spinners. Billy Withers is here, the Crusaders. Just some incredible performances here. Sister Sledge is on this one. Basically, what this is, in 1974, there was this like 3-day music festival over in Africa because they were holding this big boxing tournament. Well, Ali versus Foreman. Oh no, that's not the TV show. That's like an older like documentary on. It's a really good documentary though. And here's like the booklet. It's actually pretty thick, and that's Muhammad Ali holding it, having with this. You know, really good. And if you like the music too, definitely worth checking out. I don't have When We Were Kings actually. I want it, but I don't have it yet. Let's see if I can keep these up in order. Oh, so I do apologize. So For All Mankind was number 5 and Soul Power was number 7. As you can see already, you can see that they're very colorful. And you'll see that as we go through. Got some, are mine like lower, like later? Yeah, digits, I think they are. So next up is, and this one is pretty gorgeous looking actually. This is number 34 in the Eureka collection. So if you know your Eureka collection, you'll know these before you even put them up. And if you do know films by their spine numbers, you rock. I don't. I'm not that good with numbers, guys. And this is Cleopatra. This is a Cecil B. DeMille version of Cleopatra. I think they did like a steelbook of this at one point too, but I just like the sexiness of this one here. Again, you know, there's some cool stuff on here. Like there's some cool stuff. I'm not mentioning, but there's documentaries. Like some of these will have like audio commentaries. When I go for Eureka stuff, like I'm definitely looking towards these here. Like my favorite, really like things is their booklets. They do some amazing booklets with their stuff, and a lot of people like don't really take notice of it. It didn't really suck. It was different. It was its own. It was its thing. Its time. But no, this is my favorite version actually of the story. But they put everything in here. There's like they even got like the cast, like if you know this film anyways. Claudette Colbert, Warren Williams as Julius Caesar, and Henry Wilcoxon, and as Mark Antony. So there you go. See if there's any other big actors in here. There's probably a few, but you don't care about that. But it's a good one though. It's definitely a cool version of Cleopatra if you like that type of film. Do you like Sword and Sandal? Then you might want to check it out. Or have you already checked it out? So next up is one of my favorites in my Eureka collection. And one that, if you have not seen this movie, see this movie. So it's a Sasha Guthrie film. And it's a comedy, but it's a very black comedy. And I'm going to say this, like, again, if you have not seen this movie, don't read up on it, just see this movie. And it's called Le Paysan. And I'll tell you the basic premise. Do you have a favorite sword and sandal film? I do have a few. I gotta write these down because I gotta do stuff like that. Funny money I don't have. But this movie here, basically there's this husband and this wife. And they've lived together for a long time. And they're at the point where they know that they hate each other. And they each kind of hopes the other one dies. It's an extremely, no, it's not Jay Leno, it's a famous French comedian actually. Though I get the chin thing there. But it's Mikhail Simone. You do need Amazon Women on the Moon. They remade this movie? I don't think I've seen the remake actually. Or if I did, I didn't realize it. Here's the guy, so you want to see what it actually looks like. It's really good, and this guy's really good at playing these type of roles. So if you've never seen this film, I'm going to be honest with you. See this film. I'm guessing Greg has seen it. Definitely see this film. It is excellent in every way possible. It is a black comedy, and I want to talk about it, and I want to say things, but I don't want to give things away because I do think it's a movie that definitely needs to be experienced. So yeah, I'm sure Greg would agree with me on this one. Who's the actor on the back of the cover? Well, Mikhail Simon. So that's the guy that you're looking at. He's a famous French actor. Mikhail Simon was really good at doing, like, he was actually a very distinguished guy, but he's just really good at doing these type of like kind of these type of roles. Though he wasn't like defined by them. He did other things as well. No, and I'm not joking when I say I only got a small collection of Eureka. Next up is Clouseau movies, and you guys know I love Clouseau. Like Jacques Tati, different than Jacques Tati. It's Jacques Tati would definitely be more of a physical humor than this, I would say. But it is a really good comedy. Hey Ricky, welcome man. There's a Eureka sale going on. Isn't there always a sale going on right now? But Brian, trust me, you would love this film. And you also might like the next one. Because when you think of Clouseau, a lot of people think of like Diabolique or sometimes Le Corbeau. Yeah, another sale. And it's going on until the 10th, so you got 5 days. But there's also kind of a more lighthearted, but still kind of a mystery-ish type film from Clouseau. And it's called The Murder Lives at 21. I love this cover, Bob. Look how colorful this cover is. Look at this. Isn't this a gorgeous cover? And this is number 57 in the collection. If you're a Clouseau fan, this one kind of flew under a lot of people's radars, but actually it's a really good film, really fun. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'll look into it though. There's a few I haven't seen, right? And again, it has another one of these extremely cool Eureka booklets. Who's the man on the cover? Let's see. Because I'm trying to remember. My better half will know right away. She knows all the French actors. But I'm going to go with Pierre Fresnay. Though I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. Well, this one's more lighthearted. So this is not like Diabolique at all or Wages of Fear. It's more like Diabolique than Wages of Fear. Hey, 4K, it's been a while, man. I'm assuming you, for sure, have probably already the Gamera box set. Because, and I'm going to hope you also ordered that Adamson box set. Because that baby's a beast, man. But, and Eureka sale. The Murder Lives at 21 is a really fun, lighthearted film. And definitely worth checking out. He does look a little bit like WCFO. Not in the movie. It's just the artist rendering of the guy. I'm keeping trying to do these in order. Okay, so now we got a couple Claude Chabrol films. I'm a big Claude Chabrol fan. So first off is Le Beau Serge by Claude Chabrol. I love the way this cover's done. You know, handsome Serge. Because I do find that this style of cover, like this kind of like basically still picture from the film, actually is pretty reminiscent of Chabrol and the film in itself. So, and by the way, a lot of these have like 60-minute documentaries and stuff on them as well. Aside from, like, I'm showing you the booklets. Like, booklets are fantastic when it comes to this stuff here, and I love the evocative like poster art and stuff that they use for here, and having like mix it in with like with writings and with like pictures from the film itself. Love the way that's done. This is, by the way, number 58. Definitely worth checking out. And because I'm a Chabrol fan, Les Kazans. Limited edition ones. Nice. High Noon and Fistful of Dynamite. So I'm going to guess Claude Chabrol is not your cup of tea, man. This is actually a pretty good one. Again, it has like another, like, last one had a 60-minute documentary. This one has a 47-minute documentary on the making of the film. There's like a short film by Claude Chabrol. What films am I showing right now? I'm showing you my Eureka collection because Eureka right now is having a sale go on. And Eureka has a lot of different stuff. Got some classic stuff. They got some newer stuff. Got some Western. Got some horror. Got a bunch of like everything. You'll see as I go through here. I got a very small Eureka collection. Okay, yeah, I can show that's no nudity there, so. But you can see the titillation of the film. And again, great interviews and stuff here. Breakheart Pass is a great film. Billy Wilder. You can't go wrong with Billy Wilder 4K. Next up is a classic, and I say that in like the biggest way. The first ever Academy Award winner of all time. So some of you guys are going to know what this is even before I show it. I guess there wasn't like a lot of choices back then, but here we go. This is Wings. With Clara Bow and I think Gary Cooper's in this one as well. Yeah, there's right there his name. God, I should know. Well, I can see it like in Paths to Glory. So the very first, are any of these region 1? Unfortunately, Alan, they're not. These are region 2 releases. Most of these are all locked into region 2. First film to win the Best Picture. That is correct. It was the first Academy Award winner. So you guys know your stuff. And there are features on this one as well. I think there's 2 scores for the film. There's like a big documentary. Actually, there's 3 documentaries on the film here. And a bigger, like a 48-page booklet, which is pretty cool. Next up is another film that I utterly adore, and probably one of my favorites. Is a Lindsay Anderson film. If you are a fan, if you don't know Lindsay Anderson, this definitely look him up because great filmmaker. And If, with Malcolm McDowell, early Malcolm McDowell role, for a while until like Clockwork Orange came around, this would kind of be the definitive Malcolm McDowell role. And for some people, it still is, because McDowell does a great job in this film. And if you have never seen it, definitely check it out. There are, again, like 3 short films by Anderson on here, video interviews, audio commentary. This is one of the more stacked releases. Well, I don't know if I could consider Caligula one of his, like, I guess it's defining roles, but always not in the best way. I would say Clockwork Orange is probably his defining role. But like for a younger generation, it's probably, yeah, he is Caligula. For a younger generation, it's probably like, the Rob Zombie character that he played. He did a great job in that. But yeah, this would have been back in the day. This would have been the one, more so than Caligula, that a lot of people would have probably, there's a certain audience that's going to, like me, I know it's Caligula, but yeah, not this is an extremely good film. And if you've never checked it out, check it out. Could I watch Caligula every night? I love Tin Brass, but I could not watch Caligula every night. Okay, next up, and the last numbered one that I got. Hey, welcome, Sir Man. Are the DVD or Blu-ray? All the ones I'm showing right here are Blu-ray. The only one that's DVD was the first one, The Prison Shark Island. Yes, I do. Where's the My Naked City at? Probably. Is that one in Morocco? Is that the case? Well, a couple of them got cases there in Morocco. But it reminded me of another one I got. Where is My Naked City? Or did I have Naked City from them, or do I have Naked City from BFI? I cannot remember. You have not seen... Ah. That's okay. So this is a Fritz Lang film. Gotta love Fritz Lang, right? And this is me making stuff fall over. This is Spies. Arrow, that's what I got it from. Thank you, Greg. And here, love this release. Again, this is an early release, so. Film was made years upon years ago. And does this have any features? Well, not a lot. Like there's a 71-minute documentary. That's actually pretty good. Actually, yeah, if you like Fritz Lang, you're definitely gonna like this. You want to recommend a film for me? Go for it. You miss one seeing this plot make confusion. That's actually kind of true. It's a long film too, but it's a good film. I think any Fritz Lang is worth checking out. Eureka is definitely a good company, Kobe fan. Which Tinto Brass film should I see first? All Ladies Do It. That's my recommendation. Anybody else can throw a recommendation. I'd say All Ladies Do It. Because I think that's a good. And then Cheeky. If you can watch both of them back to back, even better. Does the stuff get a print line? I actually don't know that, actually. That's one thing you let somebody here might be able to tell me. Get Carter. Actually, I like Get Carter. Did you see the original Get Carter Superman? You know that's a remake, right? It's a Michael Caine film, which is better, actually. It's a Michael Caine film. If you haven't seen the original, check out the original. And here, I'll do my really quick, extremely bad Michael Caine impression. Michael Caine. There you go. I want to do this one every so often to, you know, stop the pain. Slip covers with Eureka is always go to print, yeah. So this is Awake. This is Wake and Fright. This one was sent to me, and great film. If you're an animal lover, you may be a bit bothered by the kangaroo scene, but this is an extremely good film. And if you get a chance to check it out, it really is good. Donald Pleasance actually is in this one as well. I have not yet seen Color of Space, Dave. Yes, he was Carter in the original. You know, there's two more, and these aren't numbered, because Eureka. There's an animal like a kind of a kangaroo like killing scene in that film. So know that before you go into that film. I always like to tell people that because my better half, for instance, is an extreme animal lover. So she won't. I wouldn't show her that movie. I understand, actually. It's kind of like here with moose, right? With moose. When I lived in Newfoundland, moose hunting was kind of a big thing because, like, I'm not a hunter. I only hunt people. but you know, the moose were kind of like a. How are you getting Color of the Space Warlock? Is it Bay Street? Is it Bay Street Video? I need to go back there. Ganja and Hess. Yep, they have cool cult stuff as well. So Ganja and Hess, of course, is one of the early blaxploitation horror films. It's extremely well done. It's actually, it was remade by Spike Lee, I think. I can't remember the name of it. You're on the fence? Can I tempt you off of that fence? And then can some of these companies actually say, hey, this guy, like, maybe we should send him a shirt or something? Oh, it's definitely, I would still consider it horror film, like a psychological thriller, but I still consider it horror nonetheless. You know, there's a lot of great like horror films that have romance in it. I haven't seen Grand Isle, so. And Anna I think I've seen, but Grand Isle I don't think I have. So I'll check those out. Ganja and Hess, by the way. Oh, The Incident. Yes, it is a great film. That's on sale from Eureka. See, yeah, that's it, guys. Like if you got some Eureka stuff, and you see some stuff there that you think people that would like, start like dropping like suggestions in the comment section here. An incredible film, by the way. And me and my better half actually did a review of this one back in my living in St. John's days. And last but not least is a movie I got in a couple formats. I showed my Twilight Time release of this one not too long ago. But this release had the documentary on here as well, the special documentary. And this is Fright Night. For real. As you guys know, this is hands down one of my favorite vampire films of all time. And yes, yes, I do like it more than Last Spies. So yeah, shoot me on that one. But really, really cool release. If you don't have this one, you don't have the Sony release, you don't have the Twilight Time release, maybe you want to get their sexy release. Is there a booklet? There's not. This is one of the ones that doesn't have a booklet, which is sad. The remake was a film. It was what it was. I was not a huge fan of it. I didn't like, although I'm a huge fan of David Tennant. I did not like the take that they put on Peter Vincent, who is an extremely important character. Is the twist in it really doesn't work, which is a shame because Farrell as the vampire, he does work. I think he actually works very well, and he takes a different twist, a more animalistic twist to the vampire, and I was down with that. But when we get into, was it Las Vegas or something like that, and they do and they're talking about when they meet Peter Vincent, it gets very disappointing from there on. And the guy that played Evil Ed, I'm sorry, he just doesn't have that Stephen Jeffries vibe to him. It wasn't a great choice for that role either, and the character was actually underutilized. Whereas in the original Fright Night, you wanted to see more of Evil Ed, and you were kind of curious about seeing maybe Evil Ed in the future. You don't go away from Fright Night, the remake, and say, you know what? I wish I would have put some more Evil Ed into that film. Or I want to see more Evil Ed. No, you usually don't. You usually don't. Oh, dude. The vinyl soundtrack from Chris Sarandon. Was he a nice guy to meet? Because I've always wondered about that. Sleeper with a bunch of friends who watch Fright Night. That would be awesome. Put camo on it. Was this shirt? You consider this shirt camo? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'd have to be. What type of tree forest would I have to be into for this to be camouflage? You see a lot of camouflage in this here. I'm not a camouflage type person. My better half would kill me. Maybe Eureka Fright Night song by Chris Sarandon. Oh, not brother. I think they were married, I think. Weren't they married and she kept the name? Isn't that like how it goes? Did I get that wrong? Maybe I got it wrong, but I'll check. But I was pretty sure that they were married and she just kept the last name. Like early on in her. They weren't married? Yes, she was. Okay, yes, they were married from 1967 to divorced in 1979. Oh, it does have a kind of a camouflage feel to it. Maybe their siblings got married. I don't think their siblings got married. But no, they were married. She just never changed her name back afterwards. Very lucky guy. She looks amazing today, like to this very day. I'm not sure how old Susan Sarandon is, but I think time stopped for her like they do with many people. Oh no. It's almost, is it Amazon Women on the Moon? Or is it, which one has the Son of the Invisible Man with Ed Begley Jr.? Is that Amazon Women on the Moon? I know I got it here. If that's Amazon Women on the Moon, I got the 101 Films edition, and I know it was mentioned earlier that Kino is putting an edition of it as well. If that's on there, you definitely got to buy it. It's amazing. There's a skit in Amazon Women on the Moon. I hope it's Amazon Women on the Moon. I hope I'm not getting it wrong. That is as Ed Begley Jr., who, trust me, if you Google Ed Begley Jr., you've seen him and stuff, whether it be Transylvania 65000 or if you're older like me, St. Elsewhere and stuff like that. Anyway, basically, he's the son of the Invisible Man who did the experiments to turn invisible. So he goes up to his friend comes up to him and he's wearing like the bandages and that. And it's like, oh my God, you didn't do it. You didn't do what your father did. Drove your father insane. I do get the mix up with like for a movie all the time. and he takes off the bandages, and he takes off all of his clothes, and he's like running around, but he's not like everybody can see him. The townsfolk are so used to this guy running around pretending to be invisible, and like he runs around naked, and they kind of like the humor him. I'm not doing justice to the skit. It's actually a very, very good skit. What's the picture on the wall under the light? Oh, well, one of them is Gunnar Hansen. It's autographed by Gunnar Hansen. That's Leatherface. And the other one is an autographed picture of Tom Savini, because those were two people that I got to meet, and they were amazing people. I was very lucky to meet them. Gunnar unfortunately passed away shortly after I met him, and it's a shame he is missed. You guys like know all the good Eureka stuff. I never got a chance to look at this. I should have brought my computer down, but lazy me. Didn't do that. So, show of hands or a thumbs up or yeses, whatever. Who is getting the Forgotten Jolly box set from Vinegar Syndrome? Because you know I got to ask. Like, how many here are getting it? Ricky's getting it. I know I'm going to have to suck up for it, but I definitely want to get it. Tony Curtis, wow, nice. Greg's getting it. Weldon. See, it's such a cool set. Right, man. See, look, all you guys are picking up the set, and that's one I got to have. Oh, I know how you feel. I'm totally going to... I got a $5 coupon. Hopefully it comes out soon so I can use my coupon. Didn't Eureka also put out... Was it Eureka that put out, like, Cujo and, like... was that Eureka or was that Second Sight? Hey! Damage, welcome there, dude. Touch of Evil, that's a good one, man. I'm trying to remember who put out those box sets, those like with the slip covers and stuff like that. I know Second Sight put out some. Oh man, Tex Avery Screwball Classic is gonna be awesome. They did Cujo, yeah, because it was the Second Sight that did like the Asylum films. Let's see. Now, Eureka put out Cujo. Because they're so similar and like the way that some of them are done, Eureka put out The Specialists as well, which I think somebody mentioned here, which is another one of their limited editions that they did. Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse. Of course, they're putting out The Man with X-Ray Eyes, a big set of that one as well. Eureka's doing The Dark Half. So yeah, they put out some Zoo Warriors from the Magic Mountain. Some super cool stuff. Rio Grande was put out by Eureka. African Queen, exactly. Thank you. Have I seen the specials? I think I have, actually. Do I remember right now? No. But yes, I've seen it, I think. I'll see if I can find the Eureka website here. Where's from? Even his worst films are better than some people's bad films. The Jackie Chan films. Yeah, that was them, wasn't it? That would be nice. Eureka did Night of the Creeps? Ooh. So let's go to Eureka's site. So I apologize if I missed some comments there, because I usually have it open up here. I should have brought my other phone down, my Moroccan phone, to do this with. So let's see, where's their sale? Oh, they put it. Oh, did they do the Buster Keaton stuff? Yeah, I got to get a Buster Keaton. For a class that I'm going to be teaching, I need to get a Buster Keaton set, actually. Billy Ray Cyrus, right on. He's achy breaky one. I actually did line dancing that one. I'm not joking, dude. The March 2020 sale. Here we go. So let's look at some of these here. So A Man for All Seasons is out. Actually, that's a decent film. A New Leaf. That's Water Mathol. It's gonna be good. Ace in the Hole. If you are in the UK and you don't have the Criterion release of Ace in the Hole, which is actually a really good Criterion release, it's a great, great film. Breakheart Pass, 100% recommend that one. Charles Bronson, that's a really good Charles Bronson film. Flesh and Blood, excellent. Hey, Dawes, welcome, man. Sometimes you got to unnotify and then re-notify again. And there's two ways to do it. There's like notify for some and then notify for all. They keep changing it up. It keeps making it confusing for people, me included. Do you know how many times I've been like unsubscribed to channels that I was subscribed to and I had to go back in and resubscribe to them again? It's annoying as hell. Oh, here's one I'd kill for, Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. I love Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. I like Past the Glory, actually. Oh, Flesh and Blood is really good, actually. I really like that one. Of course, If is here, so you know, you want to get If. Laura is a classic. You got Paper Moon Picnic is here. Robinson Crusoe on Mars. There's a sale. Yeah, there's a sale on Eureka stuff. Just go to eurekavideo.co.uk. Sink to Bismarck. The Friends of Eddie Kyle. Bit depressing, but you saw the Vinegar Syndrome Jelly set? Yes, it looks amazing, doesn't it? I so want that set. If you don't have it, William, make sure that one of the criterions that you get in the Criterion sale, and I kid you not, is going to be, where's it at? Let's see if I can grab it here. Oh, it's over there. Sweet Smell Success, anyway. Make sure you get that one. Do I find the Friends of Eddie Kyle depressing? A little bit. It's a good film, though. The Party, somebody mentioned The Party, which is a great film. I already got it, though. But amazing film. Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, I actually like that one, too. Song of Bernadette. Like, they put out a lot of classics. The Vikings, one of my dad's favorite films of all time. The Eureka Sale Kobe is going on from the 5th to the 10th. Sweet Smell Success is more than okay, Brian. This is where we debate, because, and what kills it, aside from like the acting is really good. But what's amazing, it's Tony Curtis and Burt Lancaster actually, is the writing, the dialogue writing in Sweet Smell Success. As a writer, no, it has to be, because the dialogue is super crisp and well written. It's probably some of the best written dialogue in cinema. As like writing, that's my thing, man. It kills it. What's the Giallo set? AME, dude. Vinegar Syndrome just announced the set coming out in, I think it's April, if I'm correct. I think it's April. And it looks to be really cool. So it's got 3 Giallos on it that I haven't seen, actually. And so I'm kind of excited for it. And the box set looks really cool. Like, trust me, check it out either on Don the Disc or Vinegar Syndrome's there and grab it. It's going to be fun. I'm trying to see other ones here that are... These can't be all of them. There must be more to it than this, because this looks like it's a small sale. It's not like it's just these ones here, but still, if it's these ones here, it's a few I want. 3 Days of Condors here, and they got like other ones on sale that are like they got like the 2 for 20. 2 for 25 and 2 for 21s here as well. Like in the 2 for 25, for instance, they got things like the classic, like, you know, kind of like Cloak and Dagger. Come Back to the 5 and Dime, Jimmy Dean. Coming Home, Cujo, the you know, the original edition, because the other ones out of print, is here. Ironweed. Yeah, it's a smaller sale, but if you look through, there's other stuff, like there's 2 for 20, 2 for 25 ones as well that are worth looking into. Rudolph Valentino, The Son of the Sheik. And of course, the classic What's New Pussycat. Let's get 2 for 20 ones. You pulled the trigger? Let me know what you think, JR. I hope you love him, because I really like the L. Amson stuff. And I think that he is maligned a lot in a way that he shouldn't be. Hitler's Hollywood. Damn, I'd kill to have that one. Good documentary. I need that. Got a special edition of Lucky there, too, for with Harry Dean Stanton. Hitler's Hollywood. It's a documentary about like the propaganda film stuff that were made back during that time period. Really fun, actually. It's neat when you think like there's propaganda films like they were making them on both sides sides of the ocean. Like the Hitler, they had their like propaganda, like Hitler's like version of Hollywood, his films, his propaganda films, and over in like North America, they were doing their own films. So yeah, it was interesting. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I got to rewatch that actually. If it's the one I'm thinking, I hope it's the one I'm thinking about. I hope I'm not like steering anybody wrong, because it's been a while. Who's that, or what are we talking about here? Trauma. Oh, you've seen Trauma Damaged. I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen it. Crazy Razor Fest. That actually sounds kind of cool. Warner Archive sale. Screw the Warner Archive sale, and I'll tell you why. Because Warner Archive does not ship to Canada. Which, and I've tweeted them often about that, and they always say, "Oh, sorry. You see if you can find your Warner Archives at your local Amazon or store like that." Bottom of my I shouldn't have the bottom of my way. See, Greg, I should be able to get them through the Warner Archive site and support them just like everybody else. They do ship North America because when I went on the Warner Archive site, Warlock, the last time they had a sale, every single Blu-ray that I put in my cart during that sale doesn't ship to Canada, doesn't ship to Canada, doesn't ship to Canada. So maybe it's during their sale time, or maybe they just don't have a very large selection. But go onto Warner Archives site, their own site during their sale, and try to get them to ship to Canada. Unless something has changed in the last month, it doesn't happen. Oh, North America. Okay. No, yeah, it doesn't help me. See, if I lived Warlock, if I lived in Toronto like you, and see, if I lived in Ontario and I could just go across the border like really easily, because you can't do that. You can get a friend. You can just drive. It's maybe an hour. So go drive across the border. You got like a mailbox there or something like that. You just get your stuff. Oh, they're losing like a ton of money. Canadians buy a ton of physical media. That's why we have Sunrise here, still to this day. That's how that's why the Canadian company bailed out FYE and the UK edition of HMV, because we're here, and I'd love to go to Buffalo sometime. If I ever do, I'll let you know, man. We'll have a drink. I'll have tea. I'll have coffee. Or if it's later in the night, evening, then I'll have whiskey, and but just one. See, 4 hours for you is to the U.S. border. 4 hours for me is Halifax. So you still went out a bit. But be glad about that. I would love being in Ontario, but I'm here in North Sydney, which is a very nice place. I get people here are really nice. I'm not a small town person, but the people there are extremely sweet. I love the fact that they do press discs for their Blu-rays as opposed to like Burns. I don't know if anybody. Back in the day, I had some stuff that you couldn't buy on Blu-ray, right, or DVD at the time. You had no choice but like to download it because it just wasn't available back then. Like most of those things, I've actually replaced with actual real things now. Did you live in Glasgow, really? But but you'll notice that the stuff that you burn off like years ago, yeah, that does not last. I had like some old stuff that I had burnt off, and like I just didn't bother to get rid of it. I had like this kind of like the small thing of things, and everything I think I eventually ended up getting because it eventually ended up coming out. So I said, okay, I have them still upstairs, and it was about a couple years ago. I was in St. John's, And so I'll take it. I'll watch this one. And it was like one of those anime ones, I think. But no, man, it was like it was skipping. It wasn't working. So I'm careful when it comes to that. That burns always kind of bother me. So I do try. If it's I'll go for a press disc over a burn any day. He's doing a retrospective on trauma. There's a movie called The Glasgow Girl. No, New Waterford Girl. Death Trap. That is a fantastic film. It's based on the play, of course, and you'll really like it, Greg. Actually, I think you will. It's Michael Caine and Chris Reeve, right? Can't remember the girl that's in it now, but I know it's Michael Caine and Chris Reeve. We did it, actually. We did the play. Think of it, Diane Cannon, thanks, she's gorgeous. It's a good one, Ryan, that you can actually like double feature with the original movie Sleuth. Another Michael Caine film. So if you've ever seen Sleuth, then it's a good one to double feature with that. Anna came out today. I'm not sure what Anna is. Do I have it? I don't think I have that one. I didn't see it at my store either. We had like a bunch of like Looney Tunes come out around here, like re-releases, like Essential Daffy Duck, Essential Bugs Bunny, stuff like that. Trauma movies are by far and large are mostly fun. Some I can't kind of get into. Sleuth definitely needs a good Blu-ray release. I've seen the 2016 film The Greasy Strangler. People keep telling me I got to watch that. I haven't checked it out yet. But it's on. I'm pretty sure. Is it on Shudder? Was it on Shudder? Because I haven't seen a physical release there. What's my favorite play? You mean that I've been in? That I've been in. I get maybe, and then there were none. Or I did Julius Caesar. I was in Julius Caesar like a few times, different roles. But yeah, there's a few. But I don't know. Like I did Death Trap. I love that. So and we did ones that were not actual legit plays, but like there were ones we did as plays. Like we did Sleuth, and it's Somewhere in Time is a favorite movie of mine. You played Brutus. Nice. Me too, actually. I did Brutus. I did Brutus once, and I did Mark Antony once. I don't think I was ever Caesar, actually. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I was ever Caesar. I did like, but Mark Antony was my favorite role out of those two. Because Brutus is a prick. Zoo Wars in the Magic Mountain. Yeah. Have I seen Looking for Richard? Yes, I have. I like that movie. Bugs Bunny's 90th anniversary, so that's why we're getting all those releases, right? It's so cool, and they're just DVD releases, but I don't have Essential Bugs or Essential Daffy. I got to check because I've got the like most like collectors that collect the animation stuff. I have the Looney Tunes Gold collection, and I've got the Looney Tunes like 3-volume Platinum Blu-ray collection as well. But I don't have some, like I know that some of the cartoons are missing, like that were put on some of those other releases, aren't on there. It's like collecting Scooby-Doo. You got to get a bunch of different stuff to get all of it. So I got to find out which ones I don't have. That's my thing right now. Have I seen Plague of Zombie? Plague of Zombie? Plague of Zombies? Is the Hammer one? Or are you talking? Was this a trauma film that I don't know about? He's only speaks because does speak, and I see that's me and my literature teacher had a huge like debate in class over that. He said Brutus was he said because we did like he said, I want you to do like this essay, and I want you to tell in the essay why Brutus is an honorable man. And I said no, because I don't think he is. And to this day, I don't think he is. Was he, Was he swayed and twisted into doing like something that probably shouldn't have done? Yes. Uh, does that make him any more honorable because maybe he wasn't as outwardly complicit as some of the other people that were like stabbing this guy to death? Not at all. In fact, Mark Antony was right. None of them were honorable men, and he called them out for it. Had a huge like conversation with, like, we went back and forth until I got to write my essay saying, you know what, Brutus is not an honorable man. But remember, Brian, thrice Caesar was offered the throne, and thrice he refused. And thrice off the crown, and thrice he refused. Is this ambition? Disney Plus making Hocus Pocus 2. Hopefully it's good. I've got. I like Disney Plus. I actually think it's, as far as the streaming services go, it's actually one of the better ones. Uh, See, but that's the thing. You can't say he was probably waiting for the right moment, you know, because you don't know, because none of that, obviously not that hasn't happened. So there is no right moment, right? He hasn't, because at the point that they take him out, he hasn't, and he hasn't shown, the kind of the fortitude that he's going to. And at the end of the day, Brutus doesn't feel like he's done the right thing. So, it destroys them all. The decision destroys them all. But you had to try to conquer the Gauls because, they had that magic potion, and Asterix and Obelix could like use the potion and just like, punch all of like Caesar's men and get those big rocks out and do all that type of stuff because I love Asterix and Obelix, and I had to put them in there because I never get to mention them. But if you don't know what Asterix and Obelix is, check them out because great comics. I have not yet seen the new Nicolas Cage film Color Out of Space, Ragman. We don't have it here in Canada yet. Only in like a digital release. There's no physical release that I know for. It's okay to have different reasons. But I heard about the Bruce Lee Criterion set, actually. I'm kind of excited about that. I didn't get this Scream Factory set that they put out. Chef Factory set they put out. Oh, no, it's fun, actually, Brian. I really enjoyed that, by the way. So thank you for that. I like her debates a lot. Reminds me back in my school days. Shocked to no one, I was on the debating club. Yeah, that's the thing, Warlock. It's killing me. I want the 4K so bad of that film. I'm a big Richard Stanley fan. I still don't have Dust Devil yet. Oh man. What's my favorite Robert Downey Jr. movie? Spin off for the Future. Which one's that? I don't know actually. Probably some one of his early ones. I like Chaplin. I think Chaplin's highly underrated. I think he did a great job in that one. It's a long film, but for me, it's probably one of the cheesy, like kind of like teen movies that he did. But like if anything stood out right now, Chaplin stands out. Like Iron Man too. Iron Man's pretty cool. Bruce Lee rumor, Brian. It's rumored you're gonna like this. That Criterion is putting out a Bruce Lee box set. I forgot about Mexico. I forgot he was in Mexico. You watch Birth Curse of Boom is excellent. That's a first film too. You gotta like when people like sink in the fact that like Birth Curse of Plumage, one, it's a good film. Two, it's his first film. The Sherlock Holmes films. He did a great job in those. But what about Doolittle? Huh? See, I like the Downey one. We'll disagree on that one too. But I'm a huge Charlie Chaplin fan. I grew up like as a kid. Where I come from, they used to show Ronald Howard, Sherlock Holmes TV show. Remember that one? And they would show right after it. They'd show Charlie Chaplin shorts, like half-hour Charlie Chaplin shorts. And I grew up watching Chaplin, and a lot of the because I was going to be an actor, I actually grew up like kind of immersing myself in like Chaplin and like Harold Lloyd and Buster Keaton, and just like because movement is so important when it comes to acting, because it's the subtle things more so than like what comes on your voice a lot of times. That's why silent films are brilliant to watch. The Man Who Would Be Sherlock Holmes. Oh, did that just come out? I actually like that film. You pre-ordered Zoo Warriors? Nice. Stan Nolly. I gotta see Stan Nolly. I haven't seen it yet. Have I seen Portrait of a Lady on Fire? I haven't, actually. I haven't seen Kermode's review. I heard like it's not gonna be the greatest movie, but you know what? Just because so many people are hating on it, I'm gonna see it. Because I think it'll be fun. I don't think it's gonna be a great movie, but I love Doctor Doolittle. Not so much the remake Doctor Doolittle that came out in the who was it? Eddie Murphy, right? Wasn't big on that, but Rex Harrison's Doctor Doolittle I really like. I don't know, Ken. I'll be honest with you. I have not seen these Giallos. They really were forgotten. If you've seen them, I don't remember them. If I see them, I do not remember them. But and that alone makes me want it. That, and I have the other two box sets from Vinegar Syndrome. They are the highest quality box sets that I. Ray Lovelock is underrated, man, for like music. Did you like the song? It's called, like, I got the UK release of Ideal Place to Kill. It's called Oasis of Fear. Same film. It's just, different title. I don't have the you got the Mon Macabre release. Excellent release, I hear. I like My Fair Lady, Pygmalion. My Fair Lady, I guess, is the musical version. Yeah, I did actually. Rex Harrison could never sing. If you ever watched in his movies, he can't carry a note, can't carry a tune, never could. But he kind of talk sings. That's kind of Rex Harrison's thing. But he does a great job of talk singing. I'm glad you liked that, because I thought I was the only person that liked that song, and it gets catchy because he played it all throughout. And unless you know Ray Lovelock did it, then you're not. How do you live life forward? Is his name the song? My favorite Batman film, Batman 1989, still to this day. Did he do Meg? I did not know he did that. Live Like Cop, Die Like Man. I didn't know that, actually. Will I be getting Tammy the T-Rex? I still haven't got it yet. When I have money to spend, yes, I will. I like Tammy the T-Rex. I haven't money to spend in quite a while, unfortunately. My birthday's coming up too, so I got that like Al Amsa set coming. I'll check that out. I'm a Lovelock fan. I'm a big Ray Lovelock fan, actually. Do we know the price yet on the Vin Jolly set? I would say probably probably similar to the last, not the Amityville set, but probably of the Angel set. Oh yeah, Tim, I know I saw like part of it on Shutter. I showed my kid when he was in. Yeah, I would say about 50. I would say so, like more American, more Canadian, but 50 or 50, 49, 50 American. Who's the villain in the? Oh, you haven't seen that 89 one? It's the Joker, and it's Jack Nicholson, was born to play the role, man. But yeah, I would say about 50. And that's a good price for it. Enemy Territory. I kind of remember it. Was Ray Parker Jr. in that? Ray Parker Jr., for those that aren't old enough to remember, was a singer that did the song Ghostbusters, which Huey Lewis was very surprised when he heard it, because it reminded him of a song that Huey Lewis had made. And yeah. Yeah, I can. They're putting up Maniac on UHD. And fantastic for them, for people that don't have it. Definitely. But I bought I bought the lenticular one? It is so sad about Huey Lewis, man. It's such a good singer. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Huey Lewis is an amazing singer. And he had like a kind of an old school feel to him, even back in the 80s. But yeah, and Zombie, yeah, Ricky. Zombie and Maniac are now coming on 4K. But he did some incredible music, and Ray Parker Jr. thought his music was so incredible, he remade it and made the song Ghostbusters. Patrick Bateman is. See, but Patrick Bateman wasn't so big on sports. He liked the Fallout 4. And especially the song Hip to Be Square. To have Disney's live-action classic, Mr. Magoo. I wouldn't call it a classic. Oh, so you say like classic. I say classic. But no, I don't. Actually, maybe I do. Actually, I think somebody gave me Mr. Magoo once. Good choice in the casting, but bad script. I'm a huge fan of the comedy American Psycho, and yes, it's a comedy. I think some people don't get that fact. Duets is actually nice. Duets is a good film. Okay, question about American Psycho. Well, I got you guys here. I'm gonna float this one by you. So, here's the question. You ready? How many of you think any of that happened? That Patrick Bateman, like any of the murders at all happened in American Psycho? Because for me, and the way that I took the film and thing, none of them happened. Like, he was utterly out of his mind, by far. 4Ks like me. I don't even think the bum the dog happened. Some people said there is that it could have happened, but I don't think that was, he had the proclivity to actually do it, to like think up these amazingly imaginative like ways and like scenarios, but no, I really, hey Mark, hi there Mark, I didn't do it, I didn't hit her. American Psycho, no, it's done by the girl that did Pet Sematary, actually, did American Psycho. See, I don't think any of them happens. Mary Herron, thanks, Greg. It's like when Alex wakes up in the hospital during Clockwork Orange. The rest of the movie made him something he imagined. There's the thing. I don't remember Zoo Warriors that well, actually. Do I have a movie called Apollo 18? Ron Howard film? No, I do not. Christian Bale. American Psycho is Christian Bale's best role for me. Newsies. Newsies is a good role as well. But, well, you know, it wasn't a good Christian Bale role. Playing Batman. That was a bad choice, Christian Bale. Yeah, you probably should have passed on that one. But great job as in American Psycho as Patrick Bateman. Breakheart Pass is amazing, DOS. I would recommend it. Machinist. I find that one hard to watch because the physical, like how he like, this wasn't like a trick of the camera. He really got himself down like that. Apollo 18 is a horror movie, right? Apollo 13. You hated Apollo 13? It's not my type of film, right? So I can't, like, say, like, I had to shoot Superman. Your birthday yesterday. Hey, happy belated birthday, Mark. Did I like Equilibrium? I do like Equilibrium, actually. It was the horror movie. I actually got him confused, Warlock. Say happy birthday to Mark, guys. We're a friendly group here. Yeah, which might be a little bit better than Apollo 18. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on what you like. But here we go. And Mark, it's the day after your birthday and Eureka puts out a sale. Small sale, but sale. Ginger DVD box set yesterday. Oh, I don't actually. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to look them up. Affleck did a great job as an older Batman. It's a shame that the demons that came on to like on in Affleck's life that caused them. Like this was a dream role for him. I'm so excited with the Bruce Lee set. That's one thing I will get. But you know it's gonna be expensive. It's not gonna be like the Shout Factor Bruce Lee set. No, this is gonna be pricey, man. They'll probably maybe make it oversized and give us a book or something with it. One of those like 50 is not that bad. I'll be 50 in a couple years. Think of it this way, man. You survived half a freaking century. That's something to be proud of. Oh, he's done as Batman, man. Unfortunately, Superman. The thing is that he had some demons, some serious demons that he had to get through, and he's done his time in the role, and he's definitely ready to give it up. Ben Affleck, I see him doing like a little smaller movies, maybe going back to directing a bit, but I definitely, he's not going to go back to do Batman again, which is a shame. He did a great job in the role. Pattinson is definitely the new Batman, and do I like stop making sense? I always stop making sense. Usually after about 10 minutes. It's not so much that he's doing prequels that they needed to de-age the character. It's a smart move. If you're gonna like do a Batman and you do it as a franchise, you're not gonna want to like make your Batman like in his 50s or type of thing. Like that's good for a movie or two. That can maybe get a movie or two. And he did 2 movies: the Batman versus Superman, and he did Justice League. He didn't get as good work like to befitting him in Justice League, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of silliness in Batman vs Superman, but he overcame it, like because Affleck's actually a good actor. I was joking. But yeah, Pattinson is going to be there for hopefully for quite a while. You just like the new Planet? I actually like the Planet of the Apes movies. I'm excited. I'm not excited about the third release. Maniac. I wish I could be Shadow, but I just bought it. It cost me $50 here in Canada to buy Maniac. Got a Tichter cover, and I got like a CD soundtrack. I was super stoked about it, and I said, "This is the ultimate Maniac. This is the one." And today I'm looking on my Facebook, and they're saying, "Look, it's coming out again in 4K. Great, fantastic. If it ever comes out like really cheap in 4K, maybe I'll get it that way. But it's missing the soundtrack too, by the way. See, you're lucky. Greg said $20. That's cool. $20. I can get like I can do $20, no problem. But when that came out, like especially that was expensive. It makes me. The thing is, it's good. But it kind of shoots them in the foot afterwards, because they're like, then they put out their next lenticular cover edition, and people are like, "Whoa, I really want to get that lenticular cover," but they're like, "Should I wait? Because is there going to be a 4K release coming out? What do I do?" Like, and then you get people that are like, not sure what, you don't want to get burned. So you got to be careful with stuff like that. Oh, Justice League 2 is not happening, man. No, they'll reboot the whole thing before they do it. Batman vs Superman was not so much Batman Beyond, though. That'll be kind of cool. It's more of like the Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rise. Dark Knight, yeah. What's the one? Yeah, the one with Frank Miller. I'm not a big Frank Miller fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm not of the age to be like a huge fan of the Twilight films. So like I really don't know those a lot, but I do know Robin Pattinson from a lot of more of like the independent like film that he's done, which makes me sound like super snobby and hipster, but it's true actually. Henry Cavill has definitely done as Superman, I think. I'm okay with that because, in all honesty, he was okay. But then again, Zack Snyder is exactly he's kind of a dude bro guy, so you're not getting a good Superman as Zack Snyder. That just ain't gonna happen. Uh, are they gonna finish the DC Cinematic Universe Batman storyline arc? Nope, Alan, they won't. They'll start off with a new one. If Man of Steel happens, it'll be with somebody else, I think. Henry Cavill confirmed he ain't done. But that's the thing. Henry Cavill thinks he's not done as Superman. But that being said, they've just rebooted Batman, and 9 times out of 10, they're not too eager to do another Superman film after the last two. They made money, but they did not make the money that a movie with Batman and Superman's name in it should be making. So Henry Cavill still wants to do Superman. He's doing The Witcher. He's okay. But I'd be willing to bet that the people, DC, Warner Bros., the people behind there, are already thinking, let's. I like the DCU too. That they're going to be making. We'll get a new Superman. Wonder Woman 2. Yep, 1984. I love that year. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Actually, I like the DCEU. I was one of the defenders of Man of Steel, by the way, just so you know. Like I'm saying, like Henry Cavill wasn't the best Superman, and it's not his fault. Like he did what he could with what he was given. Uh, Superhero streaming services. You mean like for Marvel? I guess so. Not so much for like DC started with the whole like we're going to do a streaming service and we're going to be able to like stream TV shows and we're going to like have a free subscriptions to our comics out there. And then all of a sudden like things started to change and they're like remember your TV shows and our movies, they're separate universes. We don't want any of this Arrow universe stuff in our DC superhero movies. They're like, it's not a, we don't want to besmirch our films with the TV stuff. That TV stuff, that's just TV. A couple years later, hey, so we got Ezra Miller, and we're hoping maybe you could kind of fit him into your Crisis on Infinite Earths TV crossover, because we really want to do like we want to make sure that Flash movie does well. So can you fit Ezra Miller into the tides? They change. So, DC movie for basically saying for crapping on the whole the DC like television universe. DC television universe did really well, way better than the Marvel television universe. I was a huge fan of Marvel comics and DC comics. I'm a huge comic collector. I've been very up in the air about the whole Dandito thing, which I'm not sure if any of you guys are comic fans, you know what that is about. Stephen Amell is done, though he said he would come back, like if you want him to do like one-offs or something like that, maybe like do an episode, or maybe like eventually, like years down the road, he said. He wants some stuff away from it. I like the Disney Plus stuff because you don't just get it for the new stuff. Like you don't buy Disney Plus for like just The Mandalorian or like the Marvel shows. You buy Disney Plus for the for the old stuff too, for your nostalgia stuff. You missed the news. Well, Eureka, the news is there's your indie. There's a Eureka sale going on right now. Small one, smattering of titles, but some good titles. If you enjoyed your lenticular cover for Zombie and for Maniac, and how cool those were, well, guess what? Now they're coming out both in 4K. So Blue Underground is releasing them yet again for more money. Okay, but the biggest news is your Vinegar Syndrome, you're a subscriber, aren't you? Vinegar Syndrome. You got a really good box set coming, dude. Forgotten Jolly is coming out, and Dolly Deer is coming out in April as well. So April's going to be a very good month for Vinegar Syndrome lovers. It's a lot of news, Indy. Looks like that comment was. Read your comment above. When Herzog was in it. Probably because he was a fan. Werner Herzog was probably a fan. Oh, then dude, Forgotten Jelly. Obviously, I have my streaming stuff, but nothing replaces this, guys. Even the Shutter movies. When I find a Shutter movie that I like, then I look for the physical copy of it. Speaking of which, there's a really good one. I hope there's a physical version of this one. And this, no, not on the site yet. They just announced it, actually, Warlock, today. So I'd say probably in the next few days. Once the kind of let everybody know what the rest of the April releases are. What's that? Oh, yes, Shutter. Empathy Incorporated. If you have not seen it, really, really worth checking out. It's not like a spooky film, or it's not a gory film or anything like that. It's a black and white film. Don't let that dissuade you. Trust me on this one. Empathy Incorporated. Don't look it up like going in. Just like find the bare basics of the plot and just go in from there. Has anybody seen Empathy Incorporated? Anybody? Bueller? Nobody's seen it but me. Somebody's got to have Shutter, and that's been curious. Definitely worth checking out, Kobe, if you got Shutter. Yeah, it's an exclusive, I think. So I'm hoping there's going to be like a physical release, because every time they got a good physical release, I pick it up. So, like I really liked that one they put out. It was just a fun film called Ruin Me, and it was a cheesy film, but it was fun. So that came out of a physical release. I grabbed the physical release right away. I think you might like it, Shadow. It's very much like an hour and a half long Twilight Zone episode. Yeah, yes, but they didn't make Critters a new binge. That was like a web series that they just picked up because there's a new Critters movie coming out. That was made years ago. They just picked it up. I think you'll like it, Wim. I mean, it's different. I'll give you like the basic premise of it without giving anything away. A guy has something happens with the business, and it bankrupts him and his family. So him and his wife has to go back and live with her parents. He has an opportunity to get on the startup of this virtual reality business that where rich people can go in and basically have an experience of somebody like less, kind of when you're not well-to-do, like homeless people, like somebody that's really poor, something like that. Kind of like, you think you're having a good day, you think your day's crappy, you go in here, you kind of realize, okay, wow, my life's not so bad after all. At least that's the way it's sold to them, as what the device is for. What really happens, that's a very different story. And you will probably guess the initial twist in Empathy Incorporated. But let me tell you, that's not the only twist. It makes a big turn around halfway through the film. And you think, well, now that we know this twist, now that we know this, where did they go from here? How did they keep the movie going for the other half of the film? Because the twist is out now, so... But no, it's not. It's definitely worth checking out. Oh, it's nothing... Oh, it's not all like U-turn. This is like kind of definitely a bit of like sci-fi aspect to it, like, very light sci-fi. Think of Twilight Zone, like Brian. Like, it's very much like a really, really good Twilight Zone episode. Like one of the better Twilight Zone episodes. That's what it's like. It's reminiscent of that. So if they ever said, like, if somebody ever said, like, say Jordan Peele said, okay, we're going to make Twilight Zone movies, for instance, right? And we're going to do, like, just the overall concept, the feel of Twilight Zone. We're going to make them into films. So Empathy Incorporated is very much that. It's very much of like, okay, like, this is an hour and a half long Twilight Zone style episode. So definitely check it out. And let me know what you think when you do. Because not everybody likes the same thing, but I was impressed with Empathy Incorporated. Not Twilight, dude, Twilight Zone. As in, you know, yeah, maybe kind of like, maybe a bit Black Mirror-ish, yeah. Actually, yeah, come think of it. Never even thought about Black Mirror. I'm old school, man. But yeah, maybe a bit Black Mirror, but not as. It's cool. Just like, trust me, watch it. Actors are good, and it's a simple premise once it gets going, but it's really good, and it's really well done. I was very surprised. I sat down to watch another movie called My Beautiful Island or something like that, but it kind of had a big insect scene. So I turned it off, watched another one, and this one was surprised me. I didn't go in with much expectations either, so. But always fun to find a movie like that surprises you. And with that being said, you know what time it is, guys? Do you know what time it is? It is that time again. Because tomorrow is Friday. So that means this guy right here works tomorrow, which kind of sucks. I love Phenomenon, actually. So that one I can watch. Jewel of the Nile. Romancing the Stone's even better, though. Because it's got that song, too, Romancing the Stone, which is stuck in my head right now. I am Aaron. This is my movie library. And you are the call to cinema, and you guys rock. As always, the whole like, share, subscribe thingy that everybody says at the end of videos. Special shout outs on my Patreons on here. You guys rock, and you're going to be helping me to eventually start the podcast as well that I'm going to be doing. So that is going to be fun once I get into that as well. So a lot of stuff coming up, and I will see you soon right here in the Call to Cinema. But for right now, as always, my voice is going. I got to put the garbage out, and it's time for tea.